Hello, this is Mr. Hornsby83 with another Mr. Hornsby83 review. And since nobody left a comment on whether they want me to review the Street Fighter 2 anime movie or a Dragon Ball Z box set, I'm just going to go in a different direction and I'm going to do my very first Power Rangers Mega Force / Super Mega Force review. When I started last year, it was on hiatus, so I'm going to do Warm Quake review for Ninja Turtles this past Friday. Also, Soul Eater's finale and what I thought of the ending and all that. But first, I'm going to start with Super Mega Force. And this episode, I believe, was like 4th or 5th episode with a Samurai Surprise. And had a couple of guest stars from Samurai, you know. And it starts out with Noah and Jake. They're coming out of a grocery store. They see this awesome looking bike. And the next thing you know, out comes Mentor OG, as I call him, because it was just funny they call him Mentor G. And you know, if you're from where I'm from, you like using the phrase G or OG. But yeah, Mentor OG. And then like Jake didn't notice, but Noah kind of noticed. And then he didn't say nothing until after G had done drove off. And also we got an appearance from the most unreliable Red Ranger in the Power Ranger saga, Jaden. The reason why I say he's unreliable is because, you know, I'm not going to say he wasn't a great warrior, he wasn't brave or anything. He just, you know, you watch Samurai, you know, he pushed off a couple of episodes where he tried to push the leadership role off to other people, like, oh, well, you know, like Test of the Leader, for example. And when his sister came into the picture, he's like, oh, well, Lauren, you take over, I'm done, I did my part, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, this episode was okay, like a lot of the Mega Force episodes. I'm saying okay because they're not real bad and they're not real good either. So I'll just go with okay, you know. Every episode's been okay of Super Mega Force. It's been a little better than Mega Force. And everybody knows Mega Force was basically a filler season. But I'm going to give this episode, it's not bad enough to get a 2. Not good enough to get a 4 or 5. So I'll give it a 3.5 out of 5. I mean, it was, like I said, okay. Jaden gives this speech to Troy and them after they get beat by one of the top guards that his dad sent. It was pretty good. I mean, that's the most reliable Jaden's been since, you know, in a while. So, but yeah, now I'm gonna get to the Ninja Turtles Warm Quake episode, and this episode was really good. I mean, you got, you know, apparently Leonardo told Karai that Splinter's her father, and Splinter, you know, was dealing with the fact of, you know, Leonardo was basically trying to convince Karai that she's on the wrong side and all that, and really, it wasn't really focused too much on the Warm Quake. It was mainly focused on the rivalry with Splinter, and it was focused on the Krang, the rivalry with Splinter and Shredder, Leonardo trying to convince Karai. I mean, you do see the worms in that, and it takes Casey, Don, and April to beat them, but, well, the main focus was Shredder and all them. And, you know, I mean, it was, at first I was like, oh, God, I hope this ain't going to be like Attack of the Squirrel Noise episode, which, you know, wasn't a bad episode, but I didn't really care too much for it. But, and then we got to see another glimpse of Razor again in this cartoon. But I also have a question after the end of the video, but, yeah, the episode, pretty good episode, a lot of action. It really drove, you know. And then at the end, it seemed like Karai was kind of, you know, realizing that Splinter is not what Shredder told her he was. So yeah, overall, I'm gonna give this episode a 4. I give it a 4 out of 5. I would give it a 5 out of 5, but you know there was some issues with it too. But yeah, 4 out of 5 for this one. And now to the finale of Soul Eaters. And actually, the show, I'm really upset it's the last episode, but apparently Black Lagoon's coming on. I've never seen Black Lagoon. I'll probably check it out Saturday. But, I mean, the show really, the ending was, you know, the kids fighting the Keishan after Lord Death had failed against them, and the Keishan turned out, you know, was going to be the main villain, I guess, all the way through, but he really didn't come until, like, so I got toward the end of the show. Then that's when the Keishan shows up, along with the Spider Queen and all that. And, you know, finally, you know, after Maka and Soul finally got back, which is last week's episode, where they finally got back out of his head because he was getting taken over by the Dark Blood or whatever it was. And it ends up turning out to end up being down to Maka and Keishan. Either Keishan done whooped Kid Death and Black Star, and Soul shields Maka from getting hurt, and then Maka's bravery really, you know, is what defeats the Keishan. It gets him scared, and he's like all nervous, and she hits him real hard, and then because of all the bravery she had, because she wasn't really that strong, if you've seen the first episode, you've seen that her and Soul really never did well getting all the souls they needed to, you know, win. But, yeah, it was a pretty good ending. Bit corny, but good. I mean, the way the battle ended and everything, and everybody watching, it was kind of like with Dragon Ball Z and that final battle with Goku and Boo, and then when Goku finally beat him, everybody's like, yeah! You know, thanks to Vegeta's help, so, you know, this time they didn't make Vegeta fall flat on his face, because it wasn't for him having a Namekian's wish for Goku's energy to be restored and that, they probably would have all died. Him, Goku, Vegeta, Mr. Satan, the Kais, they probably would have all died if it wouldn't have been for that. But, yeah, overall, I'm going to give Soul Eater the whole show because I really loved it. Becoming one of my favorite animes of current time. I'm going to give it overall, the whole show, a 5 out of 5. Especially this last episode. Bit corny, but still good. But, yeah, that'll do it till Thursday. My next topic show, I'll put up on my Facebook fan page. This video should be up on my Facebook fan page either later today or tomorrow or something. But until Thursday, see you guys then, and peace out.